Hello YouTube, this is Baylor Mage again, and we're coming up with a post-nerf Arsonist. Spoiler, everything is fine. Mobs were nerfed by more than we were, so that has worked out fantastic. As you can see in the background, I'm still running around, I'm still obliterating everything. It's still incredibly tanky, incredibly smooth, and incredibly fun. We did make a few little changes, but it is important to note I'm re-rolling after this. Now, I'm not going to strip this character. I'm definitely keen to come back, but I have so many other ideas. So I'm going to share a few ideas. I'm going to point you at another content creator that I think is doing something different that's quite good as well. And we're just going to look through how we've changed things, and also one huge upgrade, which the price might run away from everyone. So let's jump in. So here we are. You can see I still have 11 Arsonists. Now we might go, how did we get 11 Arsonists? Because we got the change for extra spirit. I'm going to show you what I did, but it cost 5 divines, six divines for me to fix. That price could skyrocket. But over here, against the darkness, time lost diamond. Small passives don't care. Notable passive skills in radius also grant 11 spirit. Now that rolls, what, 8 to 12? So I get a decently well rolled one. That applies to every notable in the radius. So there's one there, there, and there. And I could take that one, and I could take that one if I wanted more spirit. So that bumped my spirit up a lot. That puts me at 460, and it's worth noting I still have a pretty bad weapon. This could easily have 40 more on it. I have no spirit on my amulet, and I only have 40 on my chest, as well as my entire life pool is still only 2,300, just under. This can pretty reasonably hit 3,000 life, which will give us more spirit. I can easily get 10 more spirit here. I can easily get 50 spirit here, 40 more there, and I could take that node and that node just for the sake of it, which I probably would do at higher levels. Tons of extra spirit. This is certainly my first min-max upgrade. Now, I probably shouldn't have made it because I knew I was re-rolling, but I just kind of expect the price of this to skyrocket in the next few days. And I know I want to come back to this character whenever specters exist, or maybe even just to min-max later anyway, because I'm really enjoying it. But it's early PoE too, so we have too many other things to do, too many other builds I want to try. And so that's how that's worked. Now, a few small changes we've made. I don't remember if we made this change last time, but I realized I did not need nearly as much minion life as I had. All I really needed for them to be tanky was to be res capped and have some max res. So we changed our tank nodes here to here. We also dropped all of our accuracy because we literally don't need it at all. Minions are gaining accuracy with levels. So the more levels you get, the less accuracy you need. But also SRS is the only one that needs accuracy. So I just put bullseye support in it, and that's it. Now, there's some things that I did not know. Mistakes with my build. One, I forget the name of the gem now. I had the Ignite Magnitude gem in my Summon Hound, working on the assumption that the minions Ignite would get that magnitude. It does not. At one point, I had Feeding Frenzy in there, thinking that minions deal 20% more damage would make the Infernal Hound do more damage. It does not. And I had pulled out Meat Shield, because the way math works, if you give me 50% more base damage and then 35% less, that's actually a net damage loss. However, that's not what happens. It doesn't get the less penalty at all. So even though I'm way too tanky to care, it is just purely a ton more damage. So we've changed our links We're still keeping fire exposure and strip away. We've now got meat shield because apparently it's the best damage support I can possibly get. Fire mastery for +1, and then I've actually moved my more area of effect in here. So something worth noting. These arsonists, which running heft still from the last update, I did not get the last gem here, but I would have put in fire pen. Plenty of options though, but fire pen was the one I was going to go with, but I never got a 6 link. They do need area. They do need area, and I would still be starting with magnified effect in them. When I first started this as a 3 link, it's just going to be scatter, martial tempo, and then magnified effect. I'm always going to start there like that. However, with enough area, specifically as long as we've got this area here and this area here, they seem to do all their overlaps all the time with just that. So it seems like we have 2 options. We either take all the area on the tree or put magnified effect in. One or the other. Now, I like the area in the tree because the area also affects my doggo and his ignite is very big. And so I get to put 40% more area on him. So that's pretty cool. This is, my SRS is now purely support, except for the immolate. Immolate's a little bit more damage, I guess, but it's maim, culling, strike. And there is a support gem. Wish I remembered the name of. That would have been good to have out before I started the video, but I am unorganized. There is a support gem that increases the potency of slows, which is the maim. That would be the last thing that I put on here. It is called Encumbrance. The maim is a slow. More slows, always good. Few reasons. One, mobs chase me. It's scary. I don't want them to chase me fast. Stop that. Also, just when mobs are moving, the projectile speed from the arsonist can take too long to get over to them. So if you slow them down, you hit more. It'll feel great. I've seen it running. As far as my clerics, I still really only need 1, but it's starting to get to the point where 2 would be appropriate. I think I'm going to say that you put 1 skeleton cleric in for every 6 minions you have. So when I have 12 arsonists, my next one would intentionally be a cleric. Although for right now, I have 2 clerics because I can't afford another arsonist. So that's just sort of a balancing act of when I get more spirit, I'll swap that cleric for another arsonist. Then the next cleric will go in, but that next cleric that goes in will stay because there'll be 12 arsonists, 2 clerics. So that's the way that's going to work. I do want to go over ascendancies real quick because people, they keep disappearing from the Mobalytics link and I don't know why. First ascendancy, second ascendancy, very nice. Third is the spirit. Fourth is the energy shield. I have re-put them into the Mobalytics link again, but they just disappear. Just they'll be there for 2 days and then they disappear. This is pretty much always going to be my anoint. Flashy deflection is just god tier. I'm going to keep it forever. However, while I'm done for now playing minions, and I will not be testing out any other things at least for the next week or 2 because I've got some other ideas, I would like to point everybody at this guy, Majestic Life right here. Since the nerf, he's done a skeletal sniper thing, and just muted real quick so that I can talk over the top of this video. That's a tier 16, tier 15 or 16 map, 79, whatever 79 is. That's the speed at which he kills bosses. It is worth noting he does not have 21 skeletons. You can see it also has 2 hounds here, so that's one of those like display bugs we all get. But like, as this boss comes up, it's just instantly dead. And there is some good footage of him like full screen clearing, doing breaches and everything in this video. I'm gonna link this video. This thing only came out a few hours ago. Yeah, 11 hours ago. This seems like a fantastic setup. I personally don't like his defensive setup. I very much like the way we've set our defenses up. I would not change the way I'm doing this. I would keep all my res, keeping tanky minions that don't die, priests with them, my own defenses. This all makes for like the most comfy version of this build, in my opinion at least. But that doesn't stop you from changing all the gems into a completely different minion setup that someone else has got without taking my tree away, without changing any of the things that we're doing for our own defense or our minion defense. So experimenting has become very easy. And if you want to experiment with these snipers, they look quite good as well. So definitely shout out to this Majestic Life dude. This is a fantastic variant. If I was going to stick around on minions, I'd be personally testing this as well, but have other ideas, so many other ideas. There's so many more classes to play. It's too early to just stick on minions forever. I'm sorry to disappoint everyone. We've got to make some other builds. All right. That is all I have. Link to the build again in the description. Link to this guy's video in the description. Check that one out as well. I will see everybody next time. Goodbye.